You know what I'm saying? What's your name, King?
Caesar.
Caesar? Have you seen this image before on the front?
Let me see. Let me check you out. You're black Israelites?
Nah, we ain't black. This brother ain't black.
I'm Hispanic.
Well, the Christian church and the Catholic church, they say that he's a white man.
That's
Right?
right.
What's wrong with El Diablo?
El Diablo, so Diablo means what? Deceive, right? To deceive. That's where the, so how do you say devil in Latin? Diablo. You said no?
I say no.
You say no, right? How do you substantiate that that's false?
El Diablo means liar. Right? Satan is against God.
Give me that. You got your phone? Give me the etymology for the word Diablo. Right? Diablo. Right? Where do you get that understanding from, brother? How do you know that that means fire? Right? It's madness out here, man. Right? Put Diablo etymology. Edom online. Right? We gonna figure that out, brother, because you said it's flame, right? Right. So it says it's etymology. Right? Read that.
This is the definition of Diablo, the etymology of Diablo. Its etymology can be traced back to the Latin word diabolus, meaning devil.
Meaning what?
Meaning devil.
What's wrong with the devil?
Right? So that's what it means.
So what's wrong with the devil?
What's wrong with the devil? Do you like being deceived?
Again, to remind you, devil does not mean deceiver.
Right, so read that again. Now get the definition of word devil.
The term Diablo has been prominently used throughout history to signify malevolent, supernatural forces, portraying evil and temptation.
Right, go ahead and get put in devil etymology. Right? So brother, look, the word Diablo, right, means to deceive. It goes back to the word devil.
You keep saying that, it's just not true.
But we just pulled up the etymology. You know what etymology means?
The root of a word.
Right, the root of the word. And the root of devil is what? Diablo. Right?
And what does Diablo mean?
Get that.
Old English Diofol, related to Dutch duvel and German tufel, via late Latin from Greek diabolos, accuser, slanderer, used in the Septuagint to translate Hebrew Satan, Satan, from diabelen,
Now we got to the root of it.
to slander, from dia, across, by Latin, to throw.
So what does Satan mean?
Against God.
Adversary, right?
Against God.
Right, that's true. But also accuser or adversary, which is one of the same, right?
Against God.
So let me ask you a question, brother. What do you fix your moral compass on? God, right? Who is God to you?
Everywhere, right here with us right now.
What's God's name? Because Satan is called God of this world, right?
It doesn't matter what you call yourself. You can call yourself an animal, like you can call yourself.
I know, brother, but Satan is called God of this world. So who's the God you worship? Which God do you worship, brother?
There's only one God. Are you dumb? You're stupid.
So why is Satan called God of this world?
And then you can call yourself a fucking dog. I don't give a fuck what you call yourself. It don't make you a god. Yeah.
So the one true God, right? The living God. That's the one you believe in, correct?
There's only one God.
Okay, the one true living God, right? The one true living God, you believe in him. Do you serve him? Do you serve that one true living God, the one God? Do you serve him? Do you serve the one true God, the only God that you're saying, right? The most high God of the Bible, the creator. Do you serve that God? At his pleasure, right? So what does it mean to serve him? What do you have to do to serve him? 1 John 5 and 3.
Is this being recorded?
1 John 5 and 3.
I hope it's being recorded. We gonna enlighten some folks.
Right, that's what we're doing, brother. That's what we're doing. For those that are not here, this is what we got the videos for, so they can watch at home. Right? So do you serve the one true God?
At his pleasure.
At his pleasure, right? So how do you serve the Most High God? By what means?
Say again.
How do you serve the Most High God? by what means do you serve him?
By following in his steps.
Following in his steps, right? Read this.
The book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God.
And you claim you love God, right? You love God, brother? Do you love God, brother? Right, read this.
For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments.
Now we do what?
That we keep his commandments.
How do we show God love?
That we keep his commandments.
Do you keep the commandments of the Most High? Do you keep his commandments, his instructions? You say that his pleasure. What are his instructions? The Torah, right? The laws and commandments he gave us. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear any grudge against the children of thy people. Bob, he's talking about you though. We're not talking about what the Most High God does.
God kills every day.
And that's facts, right? But we're talking about how you serve God, right? How do you serve God? By keeping his commandments, right? What commandments do you keep to serve the Most High? Or are you just saying you serve him but really don't keep his commandments? You claim that you serve the Most High God, right? By what means do you serve him? By keeping his commandments. What commandments do you keep, brother? And if you need to know some commandments, we're going to teach you some commandments. Walking in his footsteps.
Yes.
Right? By keeping what? His commandments, right?
No, by walking in his footsteps.
Okay, and how do you walk in his footsteps?
I'm doing it right now.
You're doing that right now.
Yeah.
Right? And what is that?
Walking in his footsteps.
By what means? Give us an example.
By putting right foot,
Hey, that's madness, man. Give me Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 1. Right? Isaiah 3 and 1, right? Right? Do you know who you are as a people? What's your nationality? What's your biblical identity? It matters because God has a chosen people.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't?
Does that make any sense that God would play favorites?
Yeah, it does.
That's the
Yes, it
dumbest
does.
shit I've
Yes, it
ever
does.
heard. I got
Deuteronomy
one
7 and
way.
6.
Get Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Hey, you gotta come out that way of thinking, brother, because you out here going crazy, man. You mad, right? And this is why we come out here, man, to tell the people, man, stop being wicked, stop being crazy, because God's gonna put you in your own delusional mind and your own delusional spirit, brother. Read this.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to
Says what?
has chosen thee
God has chosen us, right? Go ahead.
to be a special people unto himself.
You heard that, brother? So what you said, brother, that God doesn't have a chosen people, that's not what the scriptures say, right? If you love God, you say you will follow in his footsteps, and to follow in his footsteps is to follow his understanding, right? We do love you, brother. That's why we're trying to openly rebuke you, right? Go ahead.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
See, so God has a chosen people, and what this brother said is lying, man. Right? That's the spirit of Satan that this brother got on. He's being an adversary. What did we just read? Read that again.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people.
What it say?
Above all people. Above all people. Above all people.
Right? So God has chosen the Israelites to be above all people.
That's right.
Right? And this brother's in the spirit of Jeremiah 17 and 9, man. His heart is deceiving him, man. Right? Doesn't understand what's going on. Talking about, I'm walking in the same footsteps as the Most High God, and I asked him, what is that? He's talking about literally walking. No, man. It's not literally walking. To follow in the footsteps of the Most High God is to go after the example that he gave us through his son, Hamashiach Yahushua. Right? That's the footsteps we need to follow. You understand? So, and this is why our people need to keep these commandments, because without the commandments, you don't get no understanding. Give me Psalms chapter 111 and verse 10. If you're not keeping God's commandments, you do not have any understanding or any wisdom. You're lacking out here. Going to and fro, not knowing what the hell is going on. Right? Read this.
The book of Psalms chapter 111 and verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
Right? That do his commandments. The only way you're going to get a good understanding is if you do his commandments. Right? And if you're not keeping the commandments of the Most High God, you lost out here, man. You don't know what's going on.
Good.
Right? That's why it says wisdom maketh the oppression maketh the wise man mad. Right? Maketh you crazy. All this oppression that our people are facing on a day-to-day, it makes you crazy in your mind, just like that brother was, man. He's so oppressed to the point where he don't know what's going on, following after his own way of thinking, his own doctrine. And that's going to get him destroyed if he don't come back to these laws. And that's what we're trying to tell this brother. He's talking about we don't love him. Brother, if we didn't love you, we wouldn't even talk to you. If we didn't love you, like I just stated, man, what commandments do you know? And I said, we're going to show you some commandments, right? So that way you can start getting this understanding, right? But look, man, it's a lot of jakes out here that don't know what's going on because they're only following the ways of the world. You understand? And that's what's going on, man. Like this brother, right? Brother, you believe in God, right? You believe in God. What's God's name? Gee, that's the Son, right? You guys believe in God, right? Yahweh. Because there's no letter J. In the time of Moses, it was the letter Y. Yahweh, right? Means he exists, the self-existing one. You understand? So if you love God, what did you want to serve God? How do you serve God, brother? Give me that in 5 and 3. 1 John 5 and 3. Right? Serving God is to keep his commandments. Right? Do you keep the commandments, sister? What commandments do you guys know? Right, so who is your neighbors? Who is it talking about? Is it talking about everybody in the world? Does God love everybody? Right, let's get this first. Go ahead.
The book of 1 John chapter 5 and verse 3. For this is the love of God.
Right, so this is how we love God, right? How do you show love? How do you show love? By actions, right? Or do you just tell somebody I love them and then don't put no actions behind that? Right? Does actions show your love, right? So this is how you love God. Read that again.
For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
So this is how you show God love, is you keep God's commandments, right? Do you guys agree with that? And we're not even interpreting it, we're just reading it verbatim for what the book says. This is the love of God, that we keep his commandments. It's that simple. I'm not putting my own interpretation to it. I'm not putting my own twist to it. I'm just reading it verbatim, and it speaks for what it says. Right? You got a question? No? So look, this is what we got to do. We telling our people that we need to wake up, right? The Israelites. You guys know about the Israelites? You guys read the Bible at all? You been to church before? Who are the people that came out of Egypt with Moses? The slaves, right? But what was the name of their nation? The Israelites, right? Did y'all just come over here to see what we was doing? Yeah? So what's your nationality, sis? Hispanic, right? Did you know that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are those same people that came out of Egypt with Moses? Did you know that your lineage goes all the way back there? You didn't know that, right? So how we're God's chosen people. As God's chosen people, what do we have to do? Do we just live our lives the way we want to live? Do you believe we're living in the last days? Yeah, well, you do, right? Do you think America is going to last forever? Did you hear about Russia just landed in Cuba with a few warships with nuclear bombs on it, ready to bomb America? That was just like 3 days ago, 2 days ago. You heard about that, right? So the ships in the Red Sea? You talking about over there in Gaza and Israel? I think you might be referring to the Cuba one, right? Cuba, right? So they got warships over there right now, ready to send nukes to America. Are we going to be able to survive that? Right. So how do we survive that through the hands of God? What do we have to do to survive that? Didn't God save Noah through the flood? And everybody else in the earth died, right? Billions of people died. You understand? And he only saved 8 people. Right? So knowing who we are as God's chosen people, as the Israelites, we have to come back to our God, because he's only the God of the Israelites. He's not the God of every other nation on earth. Every other nation has their own gods, their own deities that they worship, idols, right? So the God of Moses is our God too. You understand? So we have to, you believe in serving God, right? How do you serve God? By what means? You said giving lots of love. And to love God is to keep his what? Commandments. Remember we just read that, to keep his commandments, right? What commandments do you know to show forth your love through action? You have parents, right? And your parents tell you to wash the dishes. Are you going to be like, hell nah, I ain't finna do nothing for you? Is that showing love to your parents? Take out the trash, right? You say, what you say? But you did at a point in time, right? When you were younger, right? So therefore, living with your parents, you would listen to them, or you'd be like, "Nah, to hell with you, mom. To hell with you, dad. I don't gotta listen to you. I'll do whatever I want to do." Right? But make sure you keep the commandments. Right? Do you guys agree with that? You guys listen to your parents? Or you be like, "Hell nah, I'll do whatever the hell I want to do." Do you do that? There's no parents? What do you mean there's no parents? You don't got no parents? You live with your aunt. What happened to your parents? Somewhere in the world? Drugs? Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse number 54. Right? Did you know that that's a curse that would happen to God's people, right? God told the slaves, the Israelites, right? If you don't listen to my commandments, you guys are going to be cursed as a people. If you look at blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans today, are we blessed or are we cursed as a people? Cursed. That means we're going through bad things, right, sis? We're going through a lot of bad things. Is that a blessing to go through bad things? It's a curse, right? So God said that that would happen to the Israelites if they disobeyed their God. Do you think we listen to God today? Do our people listen to God, or they do whatever they want? They do whatever they want. So therefore, if God said, if you do whatever you want to do and don't listen to me, all these curses is going to come upon you. Guess what we got right now? The curses. You see what I'm saying? Do you want to die a horrible and excruciating death in America by thermonuclear flame and fire? Or do you want to get saved out of that? And to get saved out of that, you got to do what? Keep the what? The commandments, right? That's right. Read this.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother.
Isn't blacks and Hispanics or Mexican on Mexican violence, black on black violence, isn't that a reality in our world? He said your eyes shall be evil towards your brother. I know you witnessed that in your life. Somebody looking at you like, well, what you looking at, fool? Or you want to get down or what? Is that showing love? Is that being tender and delicate towards one another? No, it's evil. It's an evil eye, right? Go ahead.
And toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Which he shall leave. Right? I didn't grow up with my dad in my household. I don't even know who he is. I know of him, but I don't know. I've never met him. Right? Isn't that a thing in the black Hispanic community? Right? Do you see the Asians going through that? Do you see the white man going through that? Do you see the Arabian man going through that? Why is it only our people that are going through these curses? Because we are God's people, and God said that that would happen to his people if they stopped following his laws. See that? Now we're in the condition that we're in. You understand? So to love God is to what? Keep his what? His commandments, right? So and that's how you show love, right? So what are you gonna do from now on? You gonna start keeping God's commandments? What about you, sister? You're gonna keep his commandments, right? What about eating pork? You guys eat pork? El pastor, that's what it is, huh? El pastor?
That's one. Carnitas too.
Carnitas, right? You guys eat that? What about you? You eat carnitas, brother? You eat carnitas?
If it sounds good,
Yeah, what's your nationality?
everything.
How do you everything? So you're Arabian?
Probably.
You're not Arabian though.
It doesn't matter. If
So-
you follow God, it doesn't matter your color.
So let's see if the Bible agrees with what you said though.
So you have to be a certain color to follow the Bible?
It's not about color. It's about nationality, lineage,
That's
right?
close.
But hold on. But what you said does not agree with what the Bible says. See, I love you too, brother. But you got to come out of that evil mindset and repent, because you thinking your own way, you're not gonna make it out here, right? Going around to and fro. Go ahead.
So like it, just so I could not combat, but to discard his point. The concept of race by color was made up by a German scientist in the 16th century. So we don't believe by that. We go by your bloodline is, right? Give me Numbers 1 and 18 real fast, and then we'll go back to Leviticus 11. Just because I know how people